Hey everybody, it's me, your boy, Good Boy, and patch 2. Well, not 2.21.0 is now officially here, and I wanted to go through some reactions to it and give you my spin on what I think is going on. Okay, anyway, so this is the preparation for the United in Stormwind release, which is on August 3rd. Very, very close now. About 6-ish days away, and essentially this is the sort of the preparation patch for the onslaught of all their merchandise, and you'll kind of get the idea. So, Prayers Tavern of United Stormwind launching in 3rd brings new hero cosmetic for battle grinds, a major update for Duels, which we'll get onto in just a little bit, arena rotation, and more. Anyway, all the cards have been released. How very unusual for Blizzard. Normally they've got big personalities telling everybody how great they are and reacting to it and going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And in this particular case they've just gone, yeah, just check them out here. Cheers. Yesterday there were 55 out of 135 released. So it's a lot of cards just to casually drop in there. And as you can probably imagine, the lawsuit that's happening, legal thing, again, I'm not commenting on this, but you know, in the background there. Anyway. So there's a few. So the start of Battlegrounds, I've really lost complete interest in Battlegrounds. It's my favourite game, and now I rarely ever play it. So I'm not going too much. But these are new heroes. Choose a flight pass, get this bonus. And either get Iron Forge or in one turn give your leftmost minion +2 attack. So you know it's interesting. And then you've got Eastern Playgrounds passive in 5 turns upgrade your tavern tier 5 left. Yeah, it's so-so. I mean, it's, to be honest, that of the three is my favourite, but anyway. Right, but that's them, and they've also released a huge amount of cosmetics, just so you're aware, that you can now buy for kind of expensive prices, but, you know, it's all relative, I suppose. Right, now, this is the thing that is probably most notable. So, Duels updates. Now, effective immediately, you can build, and this is how ironic it is, the United in Stormwind decks cards are all available, or mostly available, for Duels. Here's the ironic twist. Because you haven't got any packs yet, and you can't open any packs yet, you can't actually draft a deck with any of the United with Stormwind set. But when you're going through and, you know, creating your decks and that kind of thing, you can actually go ahead and use these cards as part of as you build your deck, or if you can discover them while you're making them, and so on and so forth. Very, very interesting twist. It's kind of confused the heck out of me. I'd probably stick to you know, unranked casual Duels because of the prices, because it's too easy for this whole new unknown to mess you up. And then of course you've got all the other sets which have been running in it, which is essentially wild. So I have no problem with United with Stormwind happening in. I can't build a deck using those cards though, and that's a little bit frustrating. So it just feels more like a random element, which I think will be very interesting over the next days. I don't know how many 12 wins I'll be able to get, but anyway. Right, so there are new passive treasures. I've not come across this yet, but this update is only broken like now, so, you know, don't say the word from me. So, start your Hearthstone 2/2 adventure with a random bonus effect. That could be okay. It's not terrible. It's a free minion every turn. That's something. That, I think, could actually get out of hand if you're stalling. But, in and of itself, I'm not, like, wowed by it. Next one, Inspiring Present. After you play a legendary minion, reduce the cost of your random minion in your hand by 1. It feels average to me. How many legendaries? I suppose you can build an entire deck with legendaries, but then you probably wouldn't get it. So, you know, it's annoying. This one's quite interesting for like aggressive decks with lots of cheap cards. Your minions have +2/+2, but cost 2 more up to 10. I think that's quite interesting, particularly with a Harvester deck. I think that is quite insane, really. That's a really, really nice buff. So that's that one. Meek Mastery. Neutral minions cost 1 less and have +1/+1. That I could see being quite competitive in a way. But again, it's getting them. That's the problem. You like build a whole neutral deck, or mostly neutral deck, and then you don't get it. So it's one of those things. But anyway, and then finally, legendary loot. At the start of your game, equip a random legendary weapon. Now that's interesting. I would say if you get the other passive, which is whenever a weapon is destroyed, replace it with a new one, that would be broken as. Particularly if you get like Quell Dalar or something like that. I mean, that's... Whoosh. Then you got Deathly Death. After a friendly death rattle minion dies, destroy a minion with the lowest health. That has some definite potential, but that could also really damage. It could prove to be really disastrous. So I have mixed feelings about it. And then you've got Oops All Spells. At the start of your game, destroy all minions in your deck. Your spells cost 1 less and gain +2 spell damage. That to me is probably the most broken, overpowered one I've seen yet. If you've got the right kind of deck, again, this would be the thing, but if you have either a mage deck or particularly a priest deck, that is game breaking. So there you go. Right, okay, so ban cards and buckets. The following cards have been banned from between game card buckets and will not be discoverable. So a lot of these, yeah, in fact, basically all of these are the legendary 1-drops, the quest lines, basically, essentially. Here we go. Unstable Evolution is banned from card buckets, but it can still be discoverable. Maestra of the Masquerade is banned from deck building card buckets and will not be discovery. Okay, alright, fine. And then 7 new designer card buckets have been added as well. Furious Fell, Rats, Fire, SI7 Rogue, Arg Warrior, Auction House, and Live to Win. I don't know what these are. Smart buckets have also been updated to include 2 new card sets and 2 previously missed card sets: Legacy and Demon Hunter Initiate. Lastly, you'll be able to find the United with Stormwind cards in Duels card buckets after the patch goes live before the expansion launches. So it's like a fun way for you to try them out and like get a feel for how they work and that kind of thing. And it has been interesting because I did my first tradable today. Alright, so, and then finally, coming into land here, because I'm trying to do this patch quickly so you get the main information. So the arena is being rotated. When United Stormwind launches on August 3rd, arena will include cards from the following sets. United with Stormwind, well, basically all of them here. But as you can see, they've dropped some of the older ones. So you've still got Witcherwood, Saviors of Uldum, and Rastakans, but everything before that is gone. Then there's the Book of Heroes with Illidan coming on August 10th. And so this is just following on from all the various different mercenaries that you've got going on there. And that gives you your free Demon Hunter pack, which is a nice little perk, but I mean, you know, it's more lore, isn't it? It's lore, which is good for the game, but you know, whatever. Alright, so here we go. United in Stormwind Rewards Track and Tavern Pass. When the Rewards Track refreshes with United in Stormwind launches, all players will automatically be granted any unclaimed rewards on both the 3 track and the Tavern Pass track if purchased, and a completely new rewards track unlockable loot will take its place. That's really quite neutral news. I don't understand why they've made a thing out of that, but anyway. The Forge and the Baron's Tavern Pass will expire with the launch of United Stormwind. A new Tavern Pass will be available for purchase, offering a host of new cosmetic rewards and XP boosts. So there's some examples there of all that kind of stuff. I will be buying that because you can harvest so much more gold if you do that. Anyway, we'll do that on. There are also a couple of new cosmetic corns there, which look very, very nice. And then finally, there will also be, of course, as usual, the 35 card mini set that you kind of have to buy because otherwise you get screwed over. So there you go, and you'll get more coming out with that one. They've also done some minor bug fixes, and again, with the bug fixes, for the most part, there's nothing really excited, like cosmetic views, that kind of thing, or for example, it misses certain bits of information. So don't worry about that. It's just making the game run smoother. So there you go. Right, so that's the patch in general. So I'll just do a final quick reflection. I'm very interested to see how this affects Duels, because this is quite a big change to Duels. It will be a lot better when you can actually start off with the United with Stormwind cards. That would make a huge difference to what's going on here. But, you know, it's it's fine. It's one of them. It's one of them. I don't feel like this damages Duels. If anything, I feel like it helps Duels, so that's a really positive thing. I think I feel largely speaking indifferent about most of the other stuff that's going on. But the good news is, I would say for now, Duels is safe. I still think Arena's boring as anything, and I think that's not going to change anytime soon unless they change the entire mechanism between how they do Arena. It went from like you could build overpowered amazing decks to a bag of average all the time, and even pro players who used to get like really great wins found that they were really struggling to get more than 5 or 6 wins because Arena was just so awful, and how the buckets worked in Arena were sucky at best. So anyway, I think Arena would do really well, take some advice from Duels. But anyway, that's kind of that there. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a like, subscribe and share, and stay tuned for more updates from Good Boy very soon.